So we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna start testing out a few videos. In these videos, we'll talk a little bit of recap, a little bit of some highlights. Gonna talk some trash. I'm gonna do a few things. This being the first, I would like everyone to let me know what you think at the bottom. If it's something that you all want to continue doing, then we'll continue doing. Let's start with the game versus the Browns. Ty Gurley is a beast. I mean, really, a complete beast. Like, just unworldly beast activity. The cutback run was just jaw dropping. And you don't expect to see that of a rookie, someone 21 years old, having the veteran like mentality to make that type of cutback. And even before the cutback, the leaping over the player, I know that's something we've all seen him do before at Georgia, but this was pretty impressive to see at this level with that game speed. He's just a different type of player. Overall, he finished with 163 total yards. That's what you want for a return of investment. Foles, on the other hand, is a problem. Want to guess how much he had? 163 passing yards. Let's face it, your quarterback and running back should never have the same amount of yards unless they both went over 250. The passing game has to be better. And I know a lot of people want to say, oh, well, Foles just didn't have that much time. When you hold on to the ball, guess what? You're going to run out of time. Foles has shown a tendency of locking onto his targets, which he really needs to break. He's just not getting through his reads fast enough. He hasn't been horrible, aside from the Packers. I'll tell you who has been horrible. Jared Cook. Cook has to go. It's that simple. Seriously, he has to go. Like, no joke. It's real. It's getting to that point. I don't think there is anyone in the entire NFL, a starter, that has done less for their team in a starting role. He's seriously hurting the team. Like, what the hell is that? Was he even trying? And then, of course, there's stuff like this. It just doesn't make sense to me. He just cannot continue to be allowed to hurt the team. I counted 4 different occasions where he could have put forth either a better effort or completely whiffed on a block that could have sprung Gurley for at least 20 yards. 4 times. 4 times. Between the lack of effort, the whiffing, the drops, fumbles, it's just not worth it. He's terribly overpaid, and I will make the argument that he's the most overpaid player in the entire NFL. Yes, more overpaid than Sam Bradford. I said it. Cook sucks. In fact, Cook came into this game rated number 69 by PFF for tight ends. 69, that's legit. Speaking of ratings and whiff blocks, we have a very good run blocker, which further makes me question, why is Cook run blocking to begin with? Corey Harkey is the number 5 fullback rated by PFF in all of football. His run blocking, number 3. While we're on blocking, though, we have to talk about the line. Have they been great? Absolutely not. Were they great against the Browns? No. Were they better? Yeah. My guy, Jamon Brown, his worst game to date. There's no denying it. He was bad. In fact, he was the worst lineman I saw. He got beat numerous occasions, gave up sack, gave up pressures, lost some ground on some run, gave up penetration. It wasn't a good day for him. His rookie buddy, Rob Havenstein, that guy had a great game. In fact, Havenstein has sort of been improving consistently on a week-to-week basis. Greg Robinson also had an improvement this week, although he did have the really boneheaded penalty there that I really don't know where he was going. Even when he jumped off sides, he just ran. Overall, the line is showing consistent improvement with each week, which is what you want to see, especially from such a young line. But we still have to see more consistency, and the quarterback has to be able to help them out by making better pre-snap reads and not holding on to the ball so long. He's just holding it for way too long, and pocket presence has not been there at all. However, Foles didn't turn over the football, so we can't hag on him too bad, which isn't a good thing when that's what you base it off of. Signetti, you called a okay game, but I think that there's still an issue in the play call. I've given a lot of praise, warranted praise. He's done a good job. But I still think Tavon Austin still needs the ball at least 10 times a game. One rookie coordinator mistake he's made was down inside the 10-yard line. Your two best players by far on offense is Todd Gurley and Tavon Austin. Instead of giving the ball to one of those two, you elected to give it to Benning Cunningham. I love Benny Cunningham. There's no question about it. Everyone knows this about me. I was one of his biggest supporters, if not the biggest supporter, when he came out of college and joined the Rams. But he's not one of your best playmakers. And we didn't get any points the way we. It was a problem. Yeah, we got the field goal. Actually, no, we didn't. We missed it. But hey, no big deal, right? Wrong. Give it to one of the guys and let them do work. The simple truth is, we got to see Tavon get the ball more often. I am happy that he led the team in targets, which is good, but Foles is kind of inconsistent with his accuracy and a little erratic. And a couple passes he just overshot and that didn't need to be overshot. This team is definitely destined for the playoffs, but they cannot do that with inconsistent passing. It has to be better. It's not like they're asking for too much of them. Enough about the offense, though. Let's talk about this defense. You want to talk about a team that just continues to get better, or just this unit is just moving forward to whole nother levels, and you can just see that they are no longer on the horizon, but they have arrived. When you talk about that, you're talking about the Rams defense, and the secondary has really been the unit that has led the defense. No question about it. Janoris Jenkins, he is making the right decision for himself in regards to deciding not to sign a contract extension. Let's just be honest. Jenkins is playing some unbelievable football, and quarterbacks are not even really trying him that much as of late. They're refusing to throw the ball to him. Coming into the game, he was actually rated as PFF's number 16 cornerback. However, true, Tremaine Johnson was number 13. Ah, and the plot thickens. Let's be real here. The Rams would be very wise to do everything in their power to not let any of the defensive backs go. Rodney McLeod, Janoris Jenkins, Tremaine Johnson, Mark Barron, they all have to be brought back. Jenkins' run defense this year has graded out to be top three. Speaking of run defense, TJ McDonald having a heck of a year. He's in the top three. Who's in the top 10? Right there with him, Mark Barron. No one can say that they saw this coming. Mark Barron finished the game with 16 tackles. If that's not a revelation, I don't know what is. Considering the fact that everyone said when Alec Ogletree went down, how will you replace that side to side, unbelievable nonstop speed, getting downfield, making tackles all over the place production? Well, the Rams had an answer in Mark Barron yesterday. 16 tackles. 16 tackles. 16 tackles. And these weren't your, oh, chase the guy down after he got past me type tackle, or, oh, I just jumped in on everyone else's tackle, or none of that. No, this guy was making tackles behind the line of scrimmage. He was making tackles from receivers that got downfield. He was getting out in the flats and covering screens. He was everywhere. In fact, this entire unit was everywhere. They did a great job just in general, and it all started with Janoris Jenkins setting the tone of the game with a unbelievable break on the ball. He saw it, he read it, he broke, he made it. The defensive line had a great game. They were really playing the run exceptionally well, and you got to give some credit and show some love to William Hayes for his beautiful play during the day, getting to the quarterback twice and knocking the ball out both times. Got to respect that. Aaron Donald was his regular self, a terror. I mean, really, I'm to the point where I'm running out of words to describe this guy. Like, how are you so good and just awesome? Overall, I love what's going on with this team right now. There's a legitimate identity that's been discovered here, and it all starts with Todd Gurley. And that's in all seriousness. This kid is pretty impressive. And I love that Tavon Austin is finally really involved in the game plans. And moving forward, you can see that he's the focal point when it comes to the passing, and he really helps set up a lot of the runs, which you gotta love because it creates that sort of balance that's really needed within this team to win any sort of games. If there's two things that I could point to that's really holding this team back from really just absolutely annihilating opponents, it's one, Nick Foles, and two, Jared Cook. No, I cannot put the line in there. Some of you are asking, why can't you say the line? I say the line. Well, the line, they are pretty young, and it's kind of expected for them to have some growing pains, but they have done one thing that you want to see from anyone. Doesn't matter if you're play 2 games or if you play 200 games. Everyone wants to see you improve, and that's what you have seen from this offensive line consistently. But you have not seen improvements from Jared Cook, and you have seen inconsistencies from Nick Foles. If the Rams ever decide to do something about the problem with Jared Cook, whether it be trade him, bench him, whatever is needed, I don't care, cut the guy, then they could probably remedy some of these situations. When I say situations, I'm speaking of error-prone football. As for Foles, I'm not saying cut Foles. Foles has been okay, aside from the Packers. But he has to play more consistent, and he has to do better. The beautiful arch throw to Stedman Bailey against the, well, take your pick, the Packers. It was a nice throw there, and garbage time. Then he also had a beautiful throw to Stedman Bailey against the Cardinals. It was a touchdown. And then he had the beautiful throw against the Seahawks to Stedman Bailey that was between Earl Thomas and Richard Sherman. That was perfect. We need to see more of those. Anyone else notice a theme there, Stedman Bailey? Get this man the ball more. Number 12 needs 12 targets a game, flat out. If you're looking for balance and you're running the ball 35 times and you're throwing the ball 35 times, 12 of those throws should always go to Stedman Bailey. I don't care what anyone says. But that's all I got today. Next up, we got the 49ers. Should be a good game. I don't care how bad they're playing. It's always a good game when the Rams and 49ers go against each other. If you like these videos, and again, this is just the first one. It sucked, but I can guarantee that they're going to get better with time. If you like them, let me know. I'll keep them coming. Also going to be doing some videos of breaking down film, just some all 22 type stuff. So let me know in the comments. I'll keep them coming if you want them coming. If you say, oh, you suck. All right, well, then I'm done. All right, well, I'll talk to y'all later.